Greetings, Marines! FiOth here, and as you can probably understand, I'm not at my house. I just got this huge news drop that you see right here. I'm gonna read it to you, and then I'm gonna give you my 2 cents about the situation. As soon as I realized something was going on, just sat my ass down at the first available computer to give you the news. So you'll have to excuse me if this is not edited as usual. I know it's not my best work, but there is nothing I can do except maybe delay this video by 3 hours, which is something I really don't want to go for. So I'm gonna read this to you, and then I'm gonna give you my 2 cents. Let's go into HD mode. Cold Iron Studios is proud to announce Elena Shigman as our new studio head and Kendall Deacon Davis, Deacon, as our new game director. With a wealth of experience in shooters and narrative, Elena, lead production and development, and Kendall, spearheading storytelling and in-game design efforts, are excited to lead the next major project for Cold Iron Studios. Elena has over 20 years of experience leading teams, having developed AAA titles such as Harmonix, Treyarch, Irrational Games, EA, and Bungie, where she was the executive producer of the critically acclaimed Destiny 2 Forsaken. If you're familiar with Destiny, you know that Forsaken is the best thing that ever happened to this game. Kendall Deacon Davis, Deacon, is a creative visionary who honed his craft on Microsoft's Halo 4 and the BAFTA-nominated Wolf Among Us. I give him total credit for the Wolf Among Us. Halo 4, for me, it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm not a hater like many people, but it's not the best work that ever came out of the IP. Kendall went on to develop the lore for Honor of Kings, the world's top grossing mobile game. I'm gonna stop reading right here. It's fine, Kendall. I'm viewing this under a positive light, but I'm not playing video games in the toilet. Alongside the new leadership, Cold Iron will be adding some long requested updates to Alien's Fireteam Elite, and here's where we start drooling. Cold Iron is committed to providing quality of life updates for AFTE while hard at work on their next major project, Oh My FG. Future updates will include many of the community's most prominent requests, such as fixes to matchmaking and improvements to everyone's favorite scenes known as Alpha and Beta. I've said it a million times in the past, I never expected Cold Iron to go for Alpha and Beta because if your budget is like a sausage and a hot dog bun, you better try to make a hot dog instead of a pizza. But apparently this restructuring kinda worked for them, and what they're trying to do here, their words, is future-proof the game. Which means that if Fireteam Elite totally drops out of the conversation and the new game comes in, if Alpha and Beta are kinda functional to play higher difficulties with, the game will be playable for pretty much forever, since you don't need other players to play with, in the off chance that the online structure for AFTE completely goes thrown out of the window. In the meantime, the studio is in full development of a new title, building on the success of Fireteam Elite, which sold a shitload, as you probably know. Cold Iron is hard at work making a new experience for fans to sink their teeth into. More updates will be coming as development is further along. So, you know what I'm gonna say if you've been following this channel. Apparently, someone, somewhere, thinking their shit smelled too good to mingle with the plebs, is out. Okay, someone's out of the picture, and new people are into the picture, which means that we can hope for better communication and a more streamlined development process. If that is the truth, it means that Cold Iron will push for rapport with the community, content creators, the people who purchased the game and paid good money for it, the people who requested change and improvements as they tried to optimize it for the future. And if you know me, my issue with this game, Scriptomanon, I've left all my sayings about the game in my various vids. You can always proofread and see that I'm not changing my mind about anything. I was pissed at the fact that they sold a game and resold the game and resold the game to various people and barely touched the final iterations of the game. Pathogen barely ever got patched, and it's a buggy mess. And the Switch port, from what I know, never ever got patched at all. They sold it to those people, and they never touched it to optimize it. And touching something to optimize it, especially when it's a cloud computed game, sounds like a good idea to me. Apparently, not to the higher ups of Cold Iron, at least of yore. So radio silence here is to be understood, because if you're restructuring your company, you can't really let everyone know what you're doing. This is pretty much corporate inside knowledge. And I'm gonna be honest with you, people, this makes me extremely happy. Some folks thought that, oh, FiOth just got bored of playing Fireteam Elite, he's moving on to other things. It's my job, man. When Fireteam Elite was blooming and booming, my job did as well. Fireteam Elite didn't bring the biggest part of the community here, but it brought the biggest part of the mingling people to this channel. The people who talk, who play together, who exchanged information and met and, rode a bike together. AFTE was integral to forming the community aspect of the channel, the active community aspect of the channel. So for me, for the Fireteam Elite to succeed meant that my job would succeed. It was really, really good for my channel on that aspect. And if it was a game that was playable, like not this buggy mess that we have now, I'd gladly be playing it. And the peeps alongside me. Because both Nympho, George, Sub, well, that's not both, that's more people than both, but you know what I mean. And others like Bane or Jed, the people who have accompanied us. Oh, Gareth, I didn't forget about you. Gareth, you, Steven. I'm not forgetting any of you. I just kind of lengthened it too much because it would be 1,000 hours. All of us enjoyed the game when it worked. We just stopped playing when the game stopped working because it was a freaking mess. So if they improve the game and fix the game, and we get some updates that will make playing the game interesting again, I'm not talking new content, that is out of the question. They're developing a new title. Maybe a couple of cards, a couple of dailies, do something with the way frame rate is handled or matchmaking is handled, or maybe integrate EAI that functions in a way that you can have another player, maybe the AI, and look how they behave and have some laughs and the shenanigans, something that will refresh the experience, okay? And of course, make it functional. So I'm saying all this without a script, one breath in, 100 words out, because I just wanted to keep you informed. I don't know if every single one of you caught wind of what is happening. I will literally do the search engine optimization for this vid on the go as I'm going back home, and we can discuss further on the stream tonight. Okay, I would really like to hear your thoughts. Already made a post on Facebook. I posted this text that you see here on Discord. And I also made a post on the channel community tab. You can also find it there and discuss it. Maybe something good's on the horizon for us, guys. Maybe they learned from what they've been doing wrong, change some internal stuff, some of the internal workings of the company, and we're finally going to get something of substance here, because it's been a freaking mess for almost a year. You know what pathogen came out? Last August. So, if you're new to the channel, sub, like, and hit the bell for more content like this. I'm covering pretty much everything aliens related. I'm not alien theory. Shout out to those guys that are doing an amazing work. This is a variety channel, but we really love alien here. And if you're older, as far as memberships go, thank you for their continued support, and I'll talk to you tonight. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always have a perfection. Cheers.